Good afternoon, everyone. How are you doing? Okay, so we are starting immediately. This is the time. This is 1 o'clock in Nigeria. All right, so we are starting immediately. We are discussing an important topic. So this topic is for everyone, whether you're a parent or not. Because someday, if you're not yet a mother or a father, someday you're going to be one. And you will need to learn this. So it's very, very important that you join us. So, how are you? If you are just joining, please say hi and let us know where you are watching from. Okay? If you're just joining, just say hi in the comment section and let us know. Let me know where you're watching from. So I am here waiting for you. Where are you watching from? And then also remember, this topic is very important. If you know anyone or any parent that is not in this page, share and give to them. Or if you know anyone, any parent, mother, father, or mother and father to be, all right, please share and give to them. It's very important because this topic is born out of what I've seen so far. And then I decided, apart from what I put on the book, I need to talk about it. Is becoming the effects screen is having on kids' eye is becoming worrisome. Okay, so today we are talking about the effect screen has on the eyes of the kids. So if you are just joining, that is the topic we are discussing today. And I think everyone, once you have time to come and join me to learn, everyone should be on this live session. You should just come and say hi. I am here. Where are you watching from? Hi, hi, hi. How are you? Like I said, if you just join, please say where you're watching from and make sure that you, in the course of this teaching, if you have any question, don't forget to, drop it. I might not be able to answer all now, but I will take time to take all your questions, please. Because I think I still have some questions from people that I need to answer. Some people I'm owing answers. Sorry, I will attend to everyone. The job choke. It choke. So if you have any question, as in the course of this teaching, please make sure you drop in the comment section. If you are just joining us, just say hi and tell me where you're watching from. Okay? Where are you watching from? All right? Okay. So, if you're just joining, say hi. Tell me where you're watching from. And don't forget to share because this one is an interesting topic. Okay? So without wasting much of our time, because I will need to get back to work. I have to do this. So without wasting much of our time, I'm going to start now. Today I'm discussing about the effects. The last live session I did was on how to cope when you are using a screen. Do you understand? How will you cope if you are using a screen? The exercises you should do. If the exercise of that last week helped you, just say the exercise helped you. And don't forget to tell others. Tell someone to tell someone to tell someone. Okay, so let's get started. Now, for a while now, I've been talking about phone screen the effect it has on the eyes. And being someone that is always on the screen, my job is 247. Apart from the patient will see, I'm also a patient, so I have the experience. So, but today, and I think I've dealt a lot more with the adults. So I want to Precious, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome. Okay, so I have to talk about the kids. Now, this is one of the reasons I have to make this video. Over the years, I've been testing, but the recent development of kids having nearsighted is becoming worrisome to me. And if we don't talk to our parents on this, we are going to have more kids to have nearsightedness and other issues. Now, why I'm talking about nearsighted is because most of the kids that have been coming and they are nearsighted, most of them are related to screen. And these days, the parents is now using screen as part of nanny. If you go to church, you will see the kids. They are on the phone. If it's not phone, it's their mini iPad, or in fact, if you don't give them screen, they will start crying. One of the things I also would advise parents, please, you have to join a parenting coach that will help you, because this screen is a big problem. I'm a mother and I understand that this is a big problem. Now, being a mother and a professional, an eye care professional, that is, I can tell you for free that screen is becoming a big problem for our children's eye. In between the January this year to now, I have tested over 200 kids that are nearsighted. Their mother is not nearsighted, father is not nearsighted, but the child is developing nearsighted. Now, go check because most times what I do, I try to check the activities of that child. You find out that he's from school, they will go home. From home is most of the activities of the home. They don't go outside, is on the screen. Television, phone, television, phone. The parents are giving kids phone, either to make them happy, to allow them to do what they want to do. Just give it to them. I'm not even talking about the content of what they are watching. I don't want to go there. I'm not a parent coach, so I don't want to go there. I'm talking about the effect that this screen has on these kids' eyes. Because I can tell you for free, if your child is always on the phone and you have not tested that kid's eye, please do so. And you will see what I am telling you. Now, these kids are on the screen for a prolonged period of time without anybody saying it's time, stop. Now, what are the effects that this screen has on these children's eye? That's what I'm going to be discussing today, so that next time, before you give your child any phone, iPad, laptop to watch, think of the effect that it has on the eyes. One parent coach will always say, before your kids will not like you all the time. You are not an ice cream. So when you are going to start implementing this, they're not going to like you, but you will have to do it for the sake of their eyes. Now look at this. Apart from the fact that they are developing near-sighted because of the screen. Look at the another trick. Do you know that not just that they are developing it, the thing is, they are developing it because what we usually do, there is what we call myopia control management. Now, if you place them on myopia control, After 3 months, you see them. A child that was wearing -1, by 3 months is wearing -2. Do you know what that means to that child? You know that if this child is using -2, by the next 6 months, he has gone to -3. By that time, the child will get to 20, 30. Do you know that there are pathologies that will make that child to lose their eyes? That is even why we are trying to control the progression, because excessive near work is increasing their myopia. So what's usually happen as is increasing is affecting, they can develop glaucoma at the later age of their life because of progression of myopia. They can develop what we call retinal detachment because of myopia progression. They can develop effect on their cornea. In fact, someone sent me asked me a question about she's I think she told me she was wearing up to -10. If you know what, in those days we say people um people that used to wear glasses, you say it's bottle. When you're talking about -10, you're talking about a big prescription. So she said she had issue because of that. She had issue with her cornea. Now she had to go for a surgery, and that eye is affected. Now she's managing one. The one eye that is remaining is still not seeing properly. Okay. Yeah. Pressure said over 200. It's a very big issue. I am telling you, it's a very big. This is just because of the teaching. I had to do some, you know, check our records, and but I'm telling you, it's over. In fact, apart from the new ones that we are giving glasses, the first time kids that are giving glasses, the already ones that are already using, the myopes that are already using, that their prescription is increasing. Over the year, it's over 1,000. That is how bad it is. So we have to, as parents, to work on this screen. If you ask my kids, I stopped the screen thing. Once they see me, everybody is running, because I know the effect. In fact, me as a professional, the other day I have to bring my kids to test them. Because my first one is television and iPad. I had to stop him. What we call astigmatism was just, you see them, you see that he's using their glasses. So this is what what it is now. And when I go to church, I go outside, I see kids using phone. I weep in my heart. I say, what is going on? Can't we work on this? So please, if you're a parent, please invite others, because I'm going to tell you the effect that this screen has on the kids. Number one, you are complaining that your child is not sleeping well. Sometimes when it's time to sleep, they are restless. Do you know that that screen is part of the reason why your child doesn't sleep early? Sometimes you notice that this boy, he doesn't sleep early. He will be awake. Everybody will be sleeping. Yeah, parents need to wake up. They need to wake up. They will not be happy. You see this one, I know the kids will not be happy, but you are not doing it for them to be happy. You are doing it for them to help them for future. Because I used to tell my kids, if I don't correct you, when you grow up, you might not love love what I didn't do for you. All right, so I said your kids most times don't sleep properly because the screen disrupts their sleep. There is what we call melatonin. It's a hormone that helps you. It regulates both your sleeping and waking cycle. If a child is exposed to screen, the blue light of that screen affects the child. That's why you see that's melatonin that was supposed to release early. It won't be released early, it will be delayed. And that delay in the release of melatonin makes them harder to sleep. You have beaten a child, go and sleep, go and sleep. But he just finished using a screen within, should I say, 5 minutes ago. You just give me the iPad and go and sleep. You think it's not going to work that way. That screen, the blue light that emits from the screen, it's disrupting melanin, is stopping the or delaying the production of this melatonin. So the sleep is going to run away. And you can't say that you don't know the benefit of sleep to an adult, let alone to a growing child. So it's very important that we learn this. Now, what is the next one? I've talked about risk of myopia, which is nearsighted. Go and browse it or read it anywhere. Screen is making our kids to develop myopia, nearsightedness. You will see further, because when we take history, we try to find out the history of the parents. Father is not nearsighted, mother not nearsighted, family history, no. Because most of these things are genetic. Now, when you see it in this way, find out the activities of that child, you will see that this child is on the screen 247, especially during holidays, is worse. During holidays, we see them, because what you will start saying, I'm not seeing far, I'm not seeing far, I'm not seeing far. So it increases this nearsightedness, myopia. And apart from the increase of this nearsightedness, the other kids that are already nearsighted, you will see a child. Oh, this one, it's just I don't want, I don't know how to shout it. You will see a child that is already wearing up to -4, but he's always on the screen. Some of them, they will come to test because they are outside waiting. They will carry the phone. This child is already nearsighted. Now, what happens? When I say you see a problem, let me just, you see fire and you are pouring fuel on that fire so that the fire will increase. Now, what are you doing? If your child is already using glasses, take phone from them. Let it be that they have a regulated time, which should be minimal, because if you allow that, for instance, your child is using glasses and the child, you know that the child is myopic, and you are using, and that child is using glass, is already myopic, and the child is exposed to screen. See what's going to happen. Go back and check, because what most people that don't, if your child is let me just deviate a little bit. If your child is nearsighted or your child is always on the screen, you've not tested their eyes, please go and test their eyes to be sure what is going on. And if your child is already nearsighted, always go at least 6 months to go and test their eyes, and then demand for myopia control. Because if that child is already on -4 and the child is always on the screen, by the next 6 months the child goes to -475 or -450. By the time the child is coming back again, the child goes to -5. That is what we are seeing. I'm not telling you based on what people say. I'm telling you based on what we are seeing in the practice. So please, yes, yeah, Esther, she said most parents use that to keep their children busy. Yes, they're using it to keep the busy, but the busy is destroying their. I'm not talking about what is doing to the brain or what is doing. I'm talking about my field, what I have seen this screen do on the kids' eyes. So the myopia that is increasing, don't think, yeah, you just go and change glasses every year. They'll tell you, yeah, you have to change, and you change. My dear, let me tell you, by the time that child will get to 30, you might take him or her to go and do surgery over 3 or 4 times, because there could be glaucoma there. There could be, like I said before, there could be retinitis pigmentosa. There could be retinal detachment, where the retina will detach from the back of the eyes. There are other effects that is why we are controlling it. That is what the modern medicine now is trying as much as possible to control it. But please, the control does not have to do with us alone. It has to do with the parents. If the parents can help us, because phone is not a nanny, it should not serve as your nanny. When you are done using phone as a nanny, you will come back here and expect us to do magic. We can't. We can only make use of what is left. All right. So please, then what is the next one? The kids, their eyes are still growing. I hope you guys know that. I've said that over and over before in this page. If you have been here with me, you will have said it. Once a child is born, yes. Oh, thank you for that, Precious. Phone is not a nanny. Phone, you can't turn phone, iPad, you can't turn them to nanny. They are not nannies, because they do more destruction than you think. So they are not nannies. Now the next one we are talking about is the impact it has on the development. I've said it here before that if your child is born, the eye is not fully developed. Everybody that have been here with me would have gotten that. So if you give birth to a child, at the moment you give birth to your child, you know that this child is not the eye is not fully developed. Now, if you keep giving this child phone, is going to interfere. The screen exposure is going to be interfering with the eye development, because every part of the eye, they develop stage by stage. Stage by stage, okay? They develop stage by stage. So if you keep exposing these kids, keep giving them phone. If they do you carry phone and give them. If they do you carry them. Even when a child is throwing tantrums, you carry phone and give, so that the child will allow you rest. What you are doing, that exposure to screen will interfere with the process of development. That is why you will see a child said they will have some, because normally it will decrease their opportunities for visual exploration. It will increase for coordination, visual acuity and coordination, exposing them, because these are processes the eye go through as a child is growing. The visual coordination, visual acuity, and all the rest. So this process is being interfered by the exposure of screen. And this is why most of them are developing myopia. Because what we usually do, when we have a child that has myopia, there is what we call the axial length. Now, a child that you are exposing to screen, the axial length is still growing. It has not gotten to that stage, and you are exposing this child to screen 247. That axial length, it becomes shorter. It's no longer full as it should be, and the development should be. So that is what is doing on the kids' eyes. It's affecting the development. Don't be surprised. Don't ask yourself, where is this one coming from? It's coming from the screen. Hear it from me today, because the way I was burning in my heart when I see these kids. In fact, and then the worst is that some of their parents will tell them, yeah, my child should not wear glasses because I did not wear, my husband did not wear. But you've not asked yourself, when I was at this age, was I exposed to this kind of screen? When we were all growing up, we did well with that screen. Yes, the computer is good. It makes the job faster, but it's not for the kids. If there is something a child should learn, they should learn it and move away. I don't know whether you're getting me. If there is a child should learn, because the screen, the computer, they are good, perfect. And then another thing I've not even asked, you've not asked yourself. If, for instance, you as an adult, you are using a screen and it's affecting your eyes, have you not think of a child that is developing, that the eye is developing, the eye has not fully grown, the eye is still in the process of development? If it's affecting you as an adult, why do you think it doesn't affect the child that the eye is still developing? So please, um I'm going to take one more, the impact that it has on kids eye, and then we will call it a day. If you have any question, please drop the question. We will talk about it. Even if I can't answer it now, we will answer later. Now, the last one I'm going to talk about is not all the effects. The last one I'm going to talk about is reduce blinking and dry eyes. If you're just coming across this live session, I beg you, please make sure you share it. If you know any mother, any father, or even those to be, please send this video to them. I think I've done a video about blinking, the benefit of blinking, and what happens. I'm going to say it again. Blinking is essential. It helps to lubricate your eyes. This is why anytime if you are the type that stay awake all through the night, just check it. By the next morning, you will feel as if there is sand in your eyes. You know why? When you close your eyes to sleep, that closing is not just to close, it is moisturizing your eyes. So when you are sleeping, the eyes are closed. That is how God made it, and your eyes are moisturized. Now, when you blink, it helps as well to moisturize the eyes. Remember, I've done a video on complete and incomplete blinking. Now, if you are exposed to screen for a prolonged period of time and reading for a prolonged period of time, your blinking rate will reduce. Normally, an average adult should blink 15 to 20 times per minute. 15 to 20 times. So one should help me and put it 15. Normal average adult should blink 15 to 20 times per minute. And same with the kids. But when these kids are exposed to screen, one, their blinking rate will reduce. And immediately their blinking rate reduces, it sets in dry eyes. A child, okay, sorry, Precious, I'll have to mention this. There is, I think, a few months back, she chatted me about dry eyes. You can test how you felt when you had dry eyes, and you have to get a medication. Now, if, for instance, a child that is exposed to screen, his or her blinking rate reduces, the next thing, the child starts suffering from dry eyes. Now, from that young age, you are going to expose this child to dry eyes medication from that young age. Most times, if someone has dry eyes to an extreme, what you do, it doesn't have a permanent cure. What you now do is to be managing that dry eyes. Now, if you are going to be exposing the kids, remember that child the blinking rate will reduce, because the child is always on the screen. And once that happens, dry eye sets in. I know Precious sent me a medication. I told her, no, this particular one has preservative, because once there is preservative, I don't advise my patients to use it for a long while because of the preservative, because the preservative can have other effects. Now, if the preservative have other effect on the eyes, and you are going to expose a child of 4 years, 5 years to this medication for a prolonged period. What do you think will happen? I just want you to answer it. That's why I said that I need mothers and fathers to be here. If you expose this child to this to this eye drop, because most of the drops they have in Nigeria, they have preservatives. Most of the lubricants I've tried, because most of the time my patients, some of my patients in Nigeria, my people in Nigeria, they will keep coming up with this dry eyes, and then I will write eye drop. I would write an eye drop and say, okay, go and check it. If you can see it is a lubricant. The ones that I think that doesn't have any preservative, it's not there. Most of the ones they have preservatives, and they are going to place these kids on this preservative, and they are going to be there for a long time. Why are we harming the kids' eye in the name of trying to make them happy? Please, if that one is part of happiness, let's cut it off. Manage this. If not, this child is going to grow up not just with other eye issues. Dry eyes will always follow the child, and the child will always be on the medication, because today you give dry eye medication, tomorrow, and the thing is, that as these kids grow up, they will be more exposed to screen, because most of the work now is on the screen. But allow them, give them, make time, allow them. Okay, so on what should you do about this screen, and how to protect their eyes, and how long should a child use the screen? Should you do as a parent to protect your eyes? I'm going to stop here for now. This is try as much as possible, because this is part of common mistakes I put in the book, Common Mistakes of the Eye. Try as much as possible to maximize the opportunity. Get it at the rate of 2,000, and read about what you should do to help these kids. What you should do to help these kids. If your child is, like I've said earlier, if your child is on the screen and you've not tested their eyes, Oyo is your name, you're on your own. Go and test their eyes, and then learn what to do. Now, for those that their kids are already using glasses, they are nearsighted, and is not on myopia control measures, you can chat me inbox, and then I'll try to find out, because that is the in thing now. If your child is nearsighted, you are not testing them. See, let me tell you, there is something people usually do. When we talk about regular tests, they say, money is expensive, is this one. Most times I will stay like this and be looking at you. If it's expensive, but you wear clothes, you eat, the future of that child depends on their eyes. If they can see well, they will do well. So please make sure you place order to learn more about this, so that, because there's something I said, knowledge is power, knowledge is empowerment. Learn, because the problem is most people don't know. That is why I am teaching you, so that you will know. Because sometimes you go to a practice to test, we have like for me now, is this morning I will have like 5, 6, 7 people waiting for me. I may not have time to explain to you in detail. I will just give you 1 or 2 things to do, and that will be all. But what I do here is to properly explain to you things, so that you can start doing the right thing. All right. Okay. If you have learned something today, just say you can tell us what you've learned. But I know that you have learned something. But please, let's do better. Let's do better. My heart is heavy anytime I see these children, because I know it's not their fault. We want to make them happy, we want to keep them busy, and then the next thing is to give them something that will, no matter how a child cry, if he's going to fire, you will draw the child back. You won't allow the child to enter fire. So that is what we should do to the phone. Let's not put them in fire by ourselves because we want to be free. When you are giving birth to a child, they didn't tell you that it's going to be a smooth journey. It's usually like that, because I'm a mother, I understand it. So get the book, all right, and do the needful. Yeah, Charity said I came late. Okay, yeah, you can play through. You can watch through, okay, and learn. It's important that you watch through. Oh, Christy, she said children shouldn't be on the screen for more than an hour a day. During school days shouldn't even be only weekend. Yeah, that's why I said that you can get the book to learn the proper way to help them. I put it on that book, the proper way to help them, and what is the rate and what you should do. Outdoors activities has gone out of our lives. So go back, go and get the book and read. If we can, we have to help. Let's help the kids, please. Let us help the kids. Thank you for your time, everyone that joined me today. Thank you for joining, and I hope you've learned something. If you have any question, I'm always available. Even if I don't respond immediately, forgive me. I will always come back to you. All right. Thank you, and bye for now.